The company that has remained steadfast and kept the right principles. The company headed toward the world with the right principles. The company that grows with its customers and shares generously. We are Atomy. Atomy, which has been growing ever since its establishment in 2009, achieved 2.2 trillion Korean won in global sales in 2022 and surpassed 15 million global members. Atomy's #1 goal of going beyond customer satisfaction to customer success continues to be its top priority to this day. Providing good quality products at reasonable prices. Atomy's competitiveness lies in the nature of distribution. The absolute quality and absolute price product philosophy that Atomy has practiced since its inception is included in all of its products such as health functional foods, beauty, living, food, fashion, home appliances, and more. Atomy Hemohim surpassed 2 trillion Korean won in cumulative sales, ranked #1 in domestic health functional food exports. It has gotten international patents in 21 countries and is forging a unique new path for health functional food products. Absolute Skincare, which has become one of the best-selling cosmetics in the industry with sales of 100 billion Korean won every year since its launch. Absolute Skincare received King Sejong Award from the Korean Intellectual Property Office in 2021 for the first time in the cosmetics industry and was selected as world-class product for next generation selected by Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy in 2022. The Fame, another luxury cosmetic product reborn with upgraded ingredients and technology, is also loved by consumers as it reflects Atomy's product philosophy. Atomy practices customer-centered management in all its business activities, and such efforts were recognized by the acquisition of Customer-Centered Management Certification for 2 consecutive years, which is a unique accomplishment in the industry. Starting with the U.S. branch in 2010, Atomy is a global company which opened 25 branches in Asia, South America, Oceania, Europe, etc., with 15 million members worldwide. It opened branches in Brazil, Mongolia, and Uzbekistan in 2022. And starting with Germany in 2023, it is planning to open 20 branches within the next 5 years. Atomy's GSGS strategy, which stands for Global Sourcing Global Sales, allows the supply of products that align with the absolute quality and absolute price philosophy through Atomy's global sales network. Atomy's success system, in which the company runs all seminars, allows any member to succeed regardless of individual ability. This is the driving force behind Atomy's distinctive growth. The next generation of online and offline distribution broadcasters, which presents Atomy's vision to members around the world regardless of time and space. Entertainment and media, which converges business and culture. Atomy provides the vision of a global success system, which transcends time and space by providing a variety of services. For our partner companies to pay the utmost attention to quality, Atomy provides various support measures for partnering companies such as cash payment within 1 week from delivery, interest-free operating fund loans, and joint quality management systems, among others. These create a culture of accompanied growth. sharing is a mission that all companies must fulfill. Atomy's executives, employees, partnering companies, and members all practice sharing together to improve the lives of all members of society. Wherever sharing is needed around the world, global branches will be united to support happiness for all. The company that holds true to its principles while creating a new distribution culture. The company expanding globally with the trust of people around the world. The company that dreams of customer success while moving beyond customer satisfaction. The company that cherishes the spirit. We are proud Atomy.
All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are all doing great. I hope we are all working together with speed and, of course, together for the same goal of success within Atomy. Once again, thank you for joining us with our Global Top English Seminar today. My name is Luke Kim, and of course, I'm from Toronto, and I'll be your host for today. Of course, before we begin with our company motto, we're going to go ahead and introduce you to our interpreter for the Korean language. If you are in need of the translation, that is available. So once again, I'll just introduce you to our translator. Oh, sorry, translator Kua Pao. Sorry, sales master Kua Pao from Norway. Yes, yes, thank you very much, Kua, for doing the translation. We always appreciate the translation, and of course, it helps a lot of people be able to understand the idea of Atomy, and then, of course, in doing so, share the information of Atomy to other people as well. So thank you for doing this for us. So once again, we're gonna go ahead with our company motto to officially begin our meeting today. If you're able to join me with the company model, that'd be wonderful, or at least follow in with the actions. Of course, I hope everyone knows how to do the actions, so let us begin with them. Are you ready?
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
Cherish the spirit.
Cherish the spirit.
The vision.
Great the vision.
All the faith.
Follow the faith.
Serving humility.
Serving humility.
Aja.
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 Aja. Aja.
All right. Thank you so very much for joining us with that company motto. And hopefully, with that company motto, you are able to understand the impact, the vision, and the direction that Atomy wants to go with the company. And with that, let's focus on to one of the main points of Atomy that drives the company, of course, is our amazing product. And we have Sales Master David Kim to give us a presentation on what amazing products we have in Atomy.
Open your mic. We cannot hear you.
Hi, sorry. My name is David Kim. I'm a sales master from Toronto. And today I'll just be talking about two simple products that Atomy has. A very simple presentation as well. So the first one is Atomy's curling essence. It is $13 before tax and a PB of $5,500. So what this Atomy curling essence does is basically it brings elasticity, flexibility, and holds the ability of your hair for curling, and just gives you a very good hair curves and volume and just definition. So these are the four main points of Atomy's curling essence. It has, of course, to help provide your hair with curls for women or guys who have long hair too, who wants just the natural curly flows and make your hair very strong as well. The second point is that the curling essence is actually resistant to heat damage, so that puts on a coating that prevents your hair from heat damage and just keeps your hair very healthy. The third is the rich in nutritions in this one product. So this provides naturally nutrition to save from damaged hair and gives protection as well. Like I said, has great ingredients for this, as you can clearly see. With the Emo Green 15 and also L15 helps with the heat. So to use this product, you want to first, when you come out of the shower, you put a towel around your hair and just dry it off as you use this product, and just curl it however you want with the curling iron or any sort of way you want to use it. Some people use the curling rolls as well. To apply this, just put it on both of your palms evenly and just put it on your entire hair. And then you can just enjoy the scents and just have great hair, great curls, of course. And this will just help you have very luscious hair and just look better presentable if you're also going for jobs or just going out with your friends. Right. And the next product I'll be talking about is Atomy's Vitamin Shower Head and Filter. So this is $48 before tax and a PV of 1,300. So it comes with two filters. So the first one would be the sediment filter and then the vitamin filter. So this Atomy shower is a lot better as I use this as well, and I really love this product. So this has 272 micro holes, and this is very important because it also brings out the cleanest water that the shower head can use. So if you have dirty pipes, old pipes, then this filter will drain out both from the sediment and the vitamin, so you get vitamin on your hair as well and have double filter. So especially if you're in the States and some states have very dirty pipes, then this is very easy or very good for your skin as well, as you get dried skin from old pipe usages, right? It's very easy to apply these two filters. So the first one is the sediment filter. It's basically in the handle, and you could just screw up the handle and just pull it out. Of course, this is also sold separately. This is $20 and a PV of 5,900. This will be changed every 3 to 4 months. So you can also check how your water is by this change, as it is clearly white in the beginning, and your water could make this filter turn black or dark yellow, depending on how bad your water is. But this is basically proof that your water is dirty, and Atomy will clean out your water. The second is the vitamin filter. So this one you take out every 1 to 2 months. This also gives you, like I said, vitamin to your skin, your hair. It's very easy to take out as well. You just pop off the top of the head and then just replace it however you first saw it. Very easy to use, very easy instructions as well. This vitamin filter is $14 and the PV of 4,000. I highly recommend you guys to try these two products, especially the shower head, as if you have bad water and you want good skin as well with Atomy's skincare, this helps a lot to prevent your skin from getting dry as well. Yes, thank you for listening. That is all.
Thank you very much for the product presentation. Of course, these are amazing products. Of course, we are always taking care of our skin. We are taking care of our whole body. But we also need to understand that our skins are organs as well. And of course, whatever is exposed to, it'll absorb some of it. And of course, that will, of course, cause a lot of effects. So we always want to make sure we're taking care of all of our aspects. We do a lot of water filtering when we drink it, right? And so in this case, this is the same as water filtering, the products that we apply on ourselves. In doing so, taking care of our skin. So Atomy has amazing products that targets a lot of areas. We have hair curling essence for our hair, and it's amazing. I've tried it as well. It smells very wonderful, and the benefit is great as well. So no doubt about it, those are amazing products that our sales master David Kim has shared with us. So now we have a successful business formula from our Diamond Master Daniel Kim. Of course, this will be very informational for us to truly go into path of successful business in Atomy. Because of course, effort is important and all. Of course, going at it with full amount of focus is important. But if we're not facing the right direction, our aim is going to be off. So we want to put all of our direction into the proper way so that we can be fast, we can be efficient, and of course, become successful without missing the target. So now we have our Diamond Master presenting that exact path, the direction and the way we can actually create the method for us to be successful in the right direction. Now I'll give it up to Daniel Kim.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Master Daniel Kim, and once again, just want to thank everyone for being here today. Can we just go around saying hi to one another, right? Just start off our day. Yeah, so it's definitely, a great effort that you put in to be here, because, just like how it is, it's not easy giving some time to be here, presenting yourself and doing it. But as I talk about more about the successful business formula, then you'll understand, why you need to be here, why you need to, commit your time into Atomy if you truly desire success, right? And you're serious about Atomy. And so today, as Sales Master Luke has said, I am doing the successful business formula, right? So what creates success, right? What are these formulas, right? If it was like a one size fits all kind of formula, then this would kind of be it, right? This is kind of like the guide to understanding what creates success, right? So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. And so first, in order for us to understand success, we also need to understand the value of what we have, the value of Atomy, right? And so one of the biggest things that many people struggle to understand is that because we receive Atomy free of charge with no sign-up fee, no maintenance fee, or any sort of fee, we start to understand and think that Atomy is cheap, right? Because it's free, right? Then if you start to act cheaply, and right, your chances of success will not come because you're being very cheap about what you have, right? The way you go about it, your actions, right? So then you must do Atomy like you're giving a gift to those around you, right? Like a treasure. So if those people that receive the gift think of Atomy as just trash or garbage, then obviously they'll just put it in the back of their minds. They won't think about it too much. It's like, okay, you know what, my friend gave it to me, but I have no interest in using it because, I don't know what this is. I've never seen Atomy. I don't know. I've never heard about Atomy. So I'll just leave it in the corner of my house or in my garage or whatever. But those people will not pay attention to Atomy until one day they decide to open the bag and realize that what was in the bag was actually gold, right? It was treasure that can make them rich. And so we received this Atomy business opportunity free of charge. And rather than being a blessing to some people, it could be a curse because people ignore it. But that's still okay. You still have opportunity as long as you are willing to open that bag and understand what Atomy is about, then we'll start to see the bigger picture. And so Atomy's system is not just a 14-year-old system, but Atomy is based on a 60 to 70-year-old network marketing system that is governed by certain successful principles, right? And that's why there's so many different network marketing businesses out there, because it still works. Even though they're not the best compared to Atomy, they still have this principle that still works. And even like insurance, right? If you've ever done insurance or if you know someone that does insurance, it's the same concept, right? They go out there, they do network marketing to connect people, they sell insurance, which is extremely sometimes expensive and not really useful. But because they're doing that, they're able to create this thing, a system that works. And that's the same concept that many of these other network marketing businesses follow. The only thing that differs from them and us is that Atomy is a system that is guaranteed you success as long as you're able to successfully follow each step, right? And the fact is that there's a lot of things that benefit from that because of like I said, the free sign up and the free maintenance, right? There's no things that you need to worry about because you're not the one paying for keeping up the Atomy website. You're not the one paying to have your products shipped to different countries and distributed into their warehouses and stored in that facility, right? Atomy is doing all of this. All you have to do is to bring in people to that you want to introduce Atomy to as a gift, right? You want to show them that this is an opportunity not only to change their lifestyle and their health and their, being able to save money, but also to be able to even earn income by even just brushing their teeth or washing their hair, right? And that's the power that you're giving to other people. And so let's say that, we attend the success seminar, and even though we go, we are thinking about something else, or we're on our phones, or, you're not really paying attention in the Zoom meetings and thinking about doing else, or you're thinking like, okay, why are we doing this every week? Why not just do it once a month? And these kind of people, once they become a leader, they're not able to host their own Zoom meeting. They're not able to bring in any members to the Success Academy because they are too busy complaining or doing other things instead of properly being plugged into the system. So when it's their turn to try to lead, they don't know how to do it, right? And in the end, who do they blame? They blame other people instead. They're like, oh, my sponsor is the fault. My partner is lazy. But ultimately, their business is not doing well because of their own negligence, their own lack of hard work, right? And so Atomy is a business where even if we want to trade it with money, we can't. This opportunity is only given to those whose eyes are open and ready to accept. And since we did not pay a price for obtaining this, we can't put a price on it. And that's just how big this chance is. And we shouldn't be mistaken for thinking that this is a cheap business or a free and easy business, but rather a true golden opportunity that is very hard to come by. Right? There's no other business out there. Even if you start your own business right now, you'll still need to have money to invest. You'll still need to invest your time. You'll still need to invest your efforts, right? So what makes you think that you can become successful in Atomy without doing any of those, without doing any of your investment of your own time, your own efforts? And that just shows that either you're a lazy person or you're ignorant of the fact that money can just be grown like it's some kind of money tree, right? And so Atomy is truly, if used properly, can be your success path outside of, putting you outside of poverty, right? And so, I want us to kind of imagine, right? Imagine that you are working in your current workplace, right? For 10 years. After that 10 years, where will you be? Will you have enough saved to retire, to buy a big house, to buy your dream car, to freely travel and spend when you want, what you want, and how you want it? So I imagine most of us who choose that stable 9 to 5 lifestyle will never be able to do any of these things. Why? Because no matter how hard you work, the wage you make is fixed and you can only go up to a certain amount. Yeah, let's say you get a promotion. That amount won't truly increase enough for you to become truly rich. And not only that, but the economy is going to constantly change. And just like what's happening right now in the world with inflation, right? Rising cost of living and interest. So then what can you do to keep up with this constantly changing economy and protect yourself, right? If you do nothing, then 10 years is just going to go by. You're not going to be ready for anything. You're not going to have anything to protect yourself, right? And so by choosing to do Atomy, because either way, you still have to work, whether that's at your current job or in Atomy. But if you spend the same 10 years instead working hard in Atomy, then you could make 10K, you can make 50K a month, or you can make even 100K a month by Atomy, putting in the same amount of effort you put into your current stable 9 to 5 job. But don't you think that is the worthy investment of your time, right? Wouldn't you want to do that kind of lifestyle and have that kind of lifestyle if you could put in the same amount of effort you do right now in your current job into Atomy and make even more than what you make? Then why not take that risk? And so those who choose to spend the next 10 years doing Atomy will be way ahead of those who are just continuing to work at spending at their own 9-to-5 job, right? So what will you choose? Right? I hope you genuinely think about that. What will you choose? And so before we dive into successful people in Atomy, I wanted us to take a look at someone we probably all know, right? And so if you don't know, this is Steve Jobs, right? He was the CEO of Apple. But before he started in Apple with his partner, he started in his family garage, right? And so he didn't have anything, just like us. He didn't start with wealth. He didn't start with a lot of things in his bank. He just started in his family garage. But because he was focused on succeeding his business, he committed by selling his Volkswagen, right? His own car that he drove around for years. He sold it because he needed the money to start his business. That's how committed he was into starting his first business. And then Steve Jobs was known for having a great business mindset, right? And that was not something that's just grown suddenly or he has automatically. This is all because he continued to work hard and apply himself and then try to grow his business knowledge. So that's why he was able to become so successful, right? And so one of the best companies in the market in terms of electronics, in terms of phones, is Apple, right? Immediately when you think of phones and you think of what you're having right now, you're probably going to think of, oh, I want an Apple phone, I want an iPhone, right? Or I want to, and that's the power that he has created. He has created a brand that truly is something that's gone beyond just form of owning a phone. And so he also had his fair shares of hardships, right? Just because he's become a successful business owner doesn't mean that he had nothing that he had to overcome, right? Early on, he was actually had to leave Apple because he was not in a position where he had any sort of power in that company. And so when he left, he continued to grow and apply himself. He didn't just sit and wait for him to come back to Apple. He went out, he did things, right? He even purchased Pixar. Pixar created many of these famous movies like Toy Story and all these amazing movies that you know now. And Disney emerged with Pixar a few years later, and he's created to become a multi-billionaire through that process as well. And so he didn't just wait for things to happen to him. He continued to strive, even as he was not part of his own company that he created. But later on, he returned to Apple as the CEO. And when he returned, he changed everything. He changed the market structure. He changed the management structure in his own business. And he even chose to receive a salary of $1 every year, right? So what does that show you as a leader? He was willing to sacrifice his own wealth, his own gains, so that his company could strive to reach success, right? Because he wasn't focused on the immediate success. He wasn't focused on the immediate money. So he'd rather receive $1 every year until he was able to grow his company. And because of that, he became even bigger in terms of his wealth because he saw the bigger picture. He saw the future, right? And so who are the successful people in Atomy, right? There's four different key points that we want to cover today. And so those who are focused on the business, right? Just like Steve Jobs was, he was focused, right? And so you need to be focused on the business. If you truly are interested in doing Atomy as a business, then you need to be focused. If you're not interested, that's okay. You can just be a customer. That's fine, right? But if you truly want to do this business, then you need to be focused and you have to decide what you need to do in order to succeed in Atomy. You need to invest your time. You need to invest your efforts and some money into Atomy, right? And so that's the thing that you need to do. The next thing we want to talk about is the business mindset, right? You want to have a business mindset in Atomy, right? You want to think of this as your own business. And if you don't believe in your own self, then you can't succeed, right? So change your mindset and you need to know the value of your own business. And you need to have the eyes to recognize core business partners because not everyone is going to be your business partner, right? And you can't just bring in everyone thinking that they're going to be a business partner, right? Majority of the people you're going to bring in are going to be customers. And through that process of being customers, only then will they become business partners, right? But you can't just expect them to immediately become business partners and then skip the process of being a customer because they won't know anything about the business because they don't know anything about the products. And so third thing is that you want to be a person who is able to overcome hardship, right? There's going to be a lot of different hardships that you need to overcome in Atomy. But that doesn't mean that it's any different from any other job or business, right? If you go out there and you do a 9-to-5 job, you're going to face similar hardships, whether that's because of your manager, whether that's because of your coworkers, whether that's because of, the customers. There's going to be all kinds of hardships that you need to overcome. So it's not going to be any different if you do it in Atomy. You're still doing the same thing, but you're able to have even more income come in, income potential, and more of a bigger investment. So why choose to do the same thing in another company without having any sort of growth opportunity? And the next thing would be to become a person who grows their dreams, right? In Atomy, if you don't grow your dreams and if you don't continuously strive to reach for bigger, newer, higher places, then you're starting to die down. And when you die down, so will your partners, right? And so in order for them to continue to grow, you need to continue to strive for more, right? Continue to aim for new masterships until you reach Imperial Master. And so the first topic we're talking about is to be focused, right? So most people, when they think of being focused, right, and when you ask them when they decided to commit to Atomy, they just say, oh, I started this business 3 years ago. I started this business 5 years ago. But we're not asking about when they started, but rather when they committed to Atomy. And most reply, I'm not sure. I can't really make sure. I'm not really sure that when I started to commit. Right? And this tells you that person did not actually have the resolve towards Atomy. So they're not really actually doing the Atomy business. Right? This might apply to a lot of people, but most people start this business part-time in the beginning while doing both their full-time job and Atomy. But once you decide to cut back your own hours and work from your main job to spend more time on Atomy, that is a point where you're making a decision to choose Atomy. You are physically cutting back your hours at your own workplace to choose to do Atomy, and that is a commitment, right? And so without that commitment, you're not able to build any sort of success in Atomy. And so another example is when you decided to sign up for Atomy, right? And that might have had a major decision for you. Some people, they're able to sign up right away because their friend recommended it and they're just like, okay, it's free, whatever. But for some, they might think long and hard. It's like, okay, what is this business about? They'll start researching it, they'll learn about it. And then after thinking about it, they're like, okay, this is truly a business that I want to invest my time in and my effort in. And that is them making a decision. So those of us who haven't decided on Atomy will not be able to focus on Atomy. So to those people, it doesn't matter if they do Atomy or not, because once you decide you invest your time and money into Atomy, you start by meeting 3 people every day for 3 months. You should start to see your business form and become closer to becoming a auto sales master, right? And then from there you work your way up and so forth. But if you do this for 3 years, exactly like this, you'll see true success in Atomy, right? Not just for 3 months, right? Not just a short time, but you invest 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, then in that time, you'll start to see an exponential amount of growth. And so just like how even if we sit in front of the table for a long time, doesn't mean we are studying well, the same applies to Atomy. You don't need to spend 8 to 10 hours a day to succeed. Obviously, if you can, that's good. And it depends on how you spend those 8 to 10 hours. You'll see more progress as long as you're focused. But let's say you have a restaurant and the customer asks, why are you only open for 2 hours from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.? And then you say that you're busy with having to make dinner for your family at night and you have to work in the afternoon at that point, then why would you even open that restaurant for 2 hours, right? So some people do Atomy business like this. No wonder their success is very slow, right? Obviously, I'm not telling you to do 8 to 10 hours a day because some people don't have that luxury. Instead, Make an Atomy day where all you do for that one day is focused on Atomy, right? Also, if you can't talk to 3 people a day, at least 1 person a day. And those people you meet once a week, you want to invite them to your Atomy day or meet with them to help them experience the product, right? And that's how you're going to stay focused. And so now we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the business mindset. And so you need to have a business mindset in Atomy. What does that mean? You need to know the value of your own network and have an eye to recognize your core members. So what do you mean by value of your own network, right? There's someone who is like, oh, my left side is doing well, but my right side is not, so I'm not making any money. What does this tells me is that they don't know about network marketing and how to succeed in network marketing, and thus not able to grow their weaker leg. If you have a stronger leg, then you just have to do the same thing you do to grow your stronger leg on your weaker leg. But if you did nothing to grow your stronger leg, then obviously you don't know anything about how to grow your weaker leg, right? Your stronger leg was probably due to your own partners or due to your own sponsors' help, and that's why they're there, right? And so if you think that you can just grow a weaker leg without knowing how to do the proper basics, then obviously nothing will grow. And so the true business that isn't doing well means that both their left and right legs are not making any progress, even though they're putting in a lot of effort into Atomy. That's when you have no hope, right? But even if you're not an expert, if you just work a bit, then at least one leg will grow over time. You might even experience that you don't work at all, but your legs are growing on one side. And that's because, as I mentioned before, due to not your own efforts, but the hard work from your sponsors and your partners. And so don't mistake that for your own efforts, right? If you have done nothing and it's growing, that's all due to other people's hard work. And so that means that you don't really have anything to claim as your own, right? So from here on, one line has grown, but because you didn't put in any effort, obviously they will make it so you don't really make any money. The sponsor is not going to be interested in helping you because you don't really have a desire to grow. You're only interested in making short, quick cash. And so if that person was set up to make money, even though they don't work, the person is going to make undeserved income, right? And so which Atomy is not really going to like or enjoy, nor will that your sponsors or your partners. So what do you have to do to make proper income? You have to duplicate the teachings of the system, right? And so if you do that, you'll realize that one side is growing from what you've learned in the system. So if you work together with your sponsors, if you properly duplicate what Atomy is teaching you, then you'll be able to grow your legs. However, if you do not properly duplicate what you've learned, then you will struggle to grow your legs because Atomy is all about duplication, right? So the biggest investor in your business, in your Atomy business, is yourself. If you aren't confident in your business, the person who you're sharing it with will also feel unconfident about you and about Atomy. So imagine you're starting your own company and you give a presentation to your investors. You go to the bank, you go to the investors, and they ask why you're doing this, and you say, I don't know. Then do you think they would feel confident investing in you? No, right? They will not give you any sort of money. They will not give you any sort of investment because you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know why you're doing this, right? And so the big part of Atomy is changing your mindset from what you are used to doing things the Atomy way. And so what do I mean by this? Well, let me give you an example. Right? I had a partner that said that they felt uncomfortable selling because doing this felt like it was for their own benefit, right? And trying to sell their customers something that they don't want. Now let's try to change our mindset. Instead of thinking of it as approaching them not for an opportunity for me, but for them, right? Because even if you approach that individual to sell that sunscreen or toothpaste, they will be using a different brand of sunscreen or toothpaste anyway. But what if you can offer a sunscreen or toothpaste that's better in quality and better in price? Now you're approaching them to help them not only save money, but offer them a much better product. So how is that something that you're trying to take advantage of them, right? Instead, you're trying to give them a gift. And so now you need to have an eye to recognize core members. And so let's say you don't have that kind of eye and your sponsors and partners help grow your leg. And one day someone smart and hardworking appears underneath you, then someone who hasn't learned to properly duplicate the Atomy system will miss this opportunity to spot whether that partner is someone who will help them be successful or someone who will not be someone that they need to pay attention to. And they'll completely ignore that hidden gem, right? And so the opportunities that are given to you are limited, so you have to pay attention. And the opposite situation can also happen where that person is not someone that is supposed to be your core member, but you keep looking towards that partner, hoping that they'll help you succeed in your business. Instead of using your driving depth to continue to grow and look for new partners, you stop growing and you try to rely on that partner, and eventually you pay the price by having a slow growth in your business. So in order to build the right business mindset and eyes, you need to have to be able to recognize people you need to attend the seminar and constantly consult with your sponsors, right? And so over time, these are all something that you can grow, just like Steve Jobs didn't become a millionaire overnight. So is something like business in Atomy, you won't become successful overnight. You need to practice, you need to actually put in work to see and fail and struggle in order to understand. And so the next part is to overcome hardship, right? You need to become someone who can overcome all hardships, because in Atomy, while you're doing this business, you will definitely encounter a lot of protesters that are against Atomy. You need to develop the skills to make these protesters into someone who cooperates with you and change your stumbling blocks into dream blocks. And so if you complain about your sponsors or your partners and always complaining about this and that, then you'll not be able to succeed in Atomy. Because in the middle of doing this business, you will end up quitting. Why? Because you need to come together as a team, but all you do is complain about this and complain about that. You'll eventually lead to you avoiding to go to the seminars, avoiding to go to the meetings because that's where your sponsor or partner is there, right? So you ask yourself, are you also someone who is perfect as a partner and a sponsor? Right? You could also be someone that your partners or sponsors don't really appreciate. And so they say that out of 1/3 of the people you meet, they will like you, and the other 1/3 of the people that you meet will dislike you. And the last 1/3 of the people that you're going to meet, they're not going to be truly interested in you. And that means that ultimately you can't be a perfect person to everyone in the world. And that's something that you might kind of accept in order for you to proceed in this business. So you need to be able to overcome those stumbling blocks that are in your way, right? Whether that is your disapproving husband, whether that is your disapproving friends, your family members, your coworkers, and continue to share Atomy to these people. And never complain to your friends or family or coworker about Atomy, because they will never know, never be able to be your partners if you do, right? These people are complaining and telling you to stop Atomy because they don't understand what Atomy is about. They don't understand the value that Atomy has. And once they do, then they'll start to see the bigger picture. And so until then, you shouldn't be this kind of disheartened or disappointed that your friends reject you or your family reject you, right? It's okay. But if you think about working at the top company in your country, right, whether that be like Amazon or Samsung or Google, right, do you think that they would not have any complaints while working there? Right? Even if you're working at those companies, you still are gonna have some complaints about something, or you're gonna find faults about something, whether that's your pay, right? Whether that is your manager, whether that is your coworker, something that's going to bother you, and you're not really going to enjoy working there. But you work there because that's the only lifestyle you know. Right. So that Atomy is no different from those other jobs. You're going to encounter these difficult and uncomfortable situations, but if you never complain to your potential partners, you want who could be your family members and friends or coworkers about your problems with Atomy, right? You always want to show them the best possible front of Atomy, not because we're trying to hide anything, because they're going to see, if you only show them the bad things, then they're going to start to misunderstand the good things about Atomy, right? So you want to show them the best that Atomy has to offer, because the only bad parts about it will be because of your own negligence or because of your own hardships that you think are hardships and that you're going to complain about. And so lastly, you want to be someone who's able to grow your dreams, right? Oh, it seems that was not fixed, but I apologize for that. But yes, grow your dreams, right? You want to be someone who grows your dreams, because if you stop dreaming, you will not have any further progress in Atomy, right? Atomy is a downward escalator and you need to run up that escalator, right? If you stop halfway, you'll eventually come back down. And so if you make it halfway and say, oh, now I'm making $200 automatically, I don't need to work since my husband is also giving me $300 to use, then you just stop working. Then what happens to your partners? They're going to start to starve and they're going to start to complain because you as a leader has stopped working. Then your partners will feel frustrated. If you don't grow your dreams and will not take action to make that dream come true, so then when your partners decide to challenge for sales master, you'll tell them to take it slow. Oh, go slow. Don't worry about it, right? Because you know that they will ask you for help. And if they do the challenge and that becomes a burden for you, and so because of that, you don't want them to work hard. You don't want them to do anything, right? And then what happens? Your partners will think that Atomy is not a good business and they'll leave. In the end, even the $200 that you make will disappear, right? So this is the kind of trait these people have who stopped dreaming and are just satisfied with the way they are living. So we need to continue to climb the escalator and grow our dreams. If you have trouble growing your dreams, consult with those around you that have grown their dreams higher, such as your sponsors, right? And so that is the kind of method that you need to take in order to grow your dreams.
There will never be a point in your life where it's the right time to do a great thing. If you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect timing, it's not going to happen. You know what you have to do? You have to create the perfect time and the perfect opportunity and the perfect situation.
So that a lot of people become comfortable. They stop growing. They stop wanting anything. They become satisfied. People getting ready to go to jobs that they don't like, jobs that are making them sick. You see, when you're not pursuing your goal, you are literally committing spiritual suicide. When you have some goal out here that you're stretching for and reaching for that takes you out of your comfort zone, you'll find out some talents and abilities you have that you didn't know you have. When the messenger of misery visits you, what are you going to do? What will keep you in the game?
There are things that you think you'll never need to know, that you may only need to know one time in your life, but that could save your life because you had that knowledge.
Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it, that you talked yourself out of it?
You're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you. It may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal and you will attract phenomenal.
What reason can you remember that you can call on, that you can reach on, that can make you get back up? Find that reason.
If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality.
Everybody is against you or don't believe in you no more. And let me tell you something, that's a lonely feeling. It's a lonely feeling, particularly people that you're doing it for. Most people take their greatness, take their ideas to the graveyard with them.
Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. There are people right now who are working who don't want to work. There are people who hate their jobs, but they keep getting up to do it.
The wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, we will find inventions that we never, ever were exposed to. Ideas, dreams that never became reality. Hopes and aspirations that were never acted upon.
Question is, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you? And greatness is a lot of small things done well. Day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day.
When things don't work out for you, when things happen that you could not anticipate, what are the reasons that you can think of that can keep you strong?
You will never ever be successful until you turn your pain into greatness, until you allow your pain to push you from where you are to push you to where you need to be. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize, a part of your product. I challenge you to push yourself.
See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
I mean that what you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, and how you use those are critical. You got 86,400 today, and what you do today is going to cement who you are. Nobody's going to talk about what you did last week.
That the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm.
You have this opportunity of a lifetime. It means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it in the lifetime of this opportunity.
I got a saying that when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. See, it's time now. If you want to make this your decade, you've got to start saying yes to your life. You've got to start saying yes to your dreams, yes to your unfolding future, yes to your potential, as opposed to saying no.
When you die on E. Leave no dream left behind, guys. Leave no opportunity left behind. When you leave this earth, accomplish every single thing you can accomplish. Listen to me, you're going to be here one day, but you'll never get here if you give up, if you give in, if you quit. And finally, guys, you got to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
And so in the end, that video, I hope you enjoyed it. It was talking about success, right? There's a lot of things that you need to do in order for success, right? Sacrifice and hard work, right? And that's, I think, all true, right? If we are complacent about our lifestyle, if you're enjoying just where you are and you're not really looking to grow higher, then that's up to you. But if you truly hate where you are, hate the situation you're in, and you want to change, then you need to struggle. You need to strive for success. So in the end, when you start to really be focused in the business and have a business mindset, then you can start to overcome hardships and grow your dreams. Then what happens, right? You start to get plugged into the system, right? And start to work by holding hands together with your sponsors, together with your partners, right? And so you are able to work in the right direction. And then you're able to go all the way until the end, until you reach success, right? Then you're going to be able to start to see the finish line, right? That's why even though Atomy, the business might seem easy, it is not, and it's hard, right? But if it was easy, then anyone would do it, right? But because it is hard, there is still merit in doing it, because there is a reward that is much more than what you would get from anywhere else. And so those are the things that they think, those that think that they can do it will be easy for them, but those that think they can't do it will find this business extremely difficult, right? But let's say you think you can't do this business, then quit Atomy, Go out there and do something else. And then you'll later realize how you become someone who's left behind compared to everyone else who have been continuing to do Atomy. And you will realize that you become someone who is far from success instead of actually reaching success. So because if you look at those around us that aren't doing Atomy, there's barely anyone who is setting goals in their life and wanting to change their lifestyle. In their current job, all of them are just on autopilot without looking to dream or set bigger goals, right? They've given up on their dreams and only accepting what their company or business is paying them, and they're happy with that, right? But in the end, they're making someone else's dreams grow by working hard for them. And so those of us who recognize this is truly an amazing business will know that as long as we continue to work hard together as a team and see this business as something that will 100% guarantee success, our future we will continue to work hard until the end. But those who don't realize it will never be able to get there. And so I want for you to kind of take this time to see what you're missing out on. What am I missing, right? Is it the drive, right? Is it passion, right? Is it because I'm not sure if I have the discerning eyes? Then it's okay. Those are all things that you can grow and master, right? The first step, right, is usually the hardest step. And taking this hardest step to this Atomy journey is what's going to start to change your life, right? But it all depends on you. You need to commit. You need to actually understand how to work hard in Atomy. And so I hope that today's lecture was something that you can take home and feel a bit more inspiration about during this week and during the end, because we only have about less than 2 months left until the end of this year, right? And so next year is just right around the corner. I want you to think about what you can do to truly grow your Atomy business. What am I not doing that is hindering me from reaching success, right? So thank you all for listening.
I believe we need to give our Diamond Master Daniel Kim another round of applause. That was very amazing. So give us good, insightful information for us to actually utilize. The idea that we can never give up, but not just never give up, we must have the confidence, the attitude, proper attitude towards all of these points. Because if we're never giving up and we're in this business and saying it's not going to work, it's not going to work, but you're still trying, that means the fact that you said it's not going to work is going to prevent you from going past the stage to where it will work. It will work. It's almost as similar as saying, "Oh, it's gonna work. Atomy's gonna work," but you don't sign up as a member and you're just doing something else on your own, or using the product somewhere else. That doesn't make sense. You say Atomy's work, but you have no confidence in the company for you to sign up as a member and actually do the business. It does not make sense. So the same with Atomy. And the idea that if you're part of the Atomy business and you say it's not going to work, it's not working, of course it's not going to work because you're not allowing yourself to be able to fully allow the system and the confidence to be able to move you into a point of success. And of course, that attitude is passed on to the people you meet. You're sharing that idea to other people because you embody the idea of it's not working. So, like everything our Diamond Master said, everything is important in the process. Our mindset is very important. Not giving up is important. Motivation, all that entailed. Of course, ultimately being plugged into the system is what drives our success to its finish line. Of course, all of you here, I believe all of you are regularly attending the seminars, the system, and you're part of it. I don't know how fully a part of it you are, how active your part of it is, but sometimes when you're in the system, you have to give to the system. That's how it cycles through. So you don't want to be just an extra part in the system where you just feel the cycle is spinning. You want to be active. You want to be a core part of the system. And I hope you fully embody that idea that our Diamond Master has given. Amazing, amazing message. Now, hopefully at this moment, you can utilize this inspiration that our Diamond has given us, because we have our Shenrose Master giving us certain ideas on something that has been going on in Korea. hopefully with her sharing this information, you'll be inspired to do even more. So we have Sharon Rose Master Esther Park speaking to us now.
Hello, hello, everyone. Hi. What a great, lectures today. Yeah, thank you for Daniel. Yeah, everything really, really amazing. It makes me more motivated today. Thank you. Hi, my name is, Sharon Rose Master Esther Park from Canada. I am a global strategist. How is your business right now? Your business is good or bad? I think the Atomy business is like a roller coaster. Sometimes it goes well and sometimes it doesn't. So you have to be someone who enjoy this business like me. Actually, I enjoyed a lot. My Atomy business sometimes super, super good, but sometimes really, really bad. Good, 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 bad, 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 bad. Yeah, Atomy business like that. So your business is probably similar to mine. So either way, we can just do our job because we are the owner of Atomy, right? So today, I would like to share my experience with the Let's Meet 100 People project. Right now, Atomy people around the world are doing the same thing. Let's Meet 100 People projects, right? So I would like to share my strategy, but you will take it or not, it's up to you. So I will share my screen, just wait. Okay, can you guys see my screen right now? Everything okay? Okay. What do you see here? This is my lineage. You know what? If you have a more than 1,000 customer or 2,000 customer, you cannot manage them by yourself. So probably many of you guys can see your lineage looks like this. The gray color. Gray color mean what is it? The customer is, ID was terminated, right? So rather than going out and walking around, I invited people who were withdrawn from my lineage and people who don't use products very well and loyal customer to the center. If you don't have a center nearby you, you can invite them to your home and gave them 10 free skincare sessions. And also gave them true vision of Atomy repeatedly. That is the key point. So the results were really, really amazing. As a result of the 3-month process, 10 people re-registered, and those 10 people added their family and friends to join, and creating about 40 new customers. But key to success is do not expect someone else to do it for you. Just do it by yourself. That is the key essence, okay? So among them, I found super customers and let her take care of her own customer. So let's watching together what he's doing right now.
And then it's gonna be watery after, like just use your middle finger and the ring finger.
Oh, so I'm right. Yeah. You already told me.
Yeah. At first, this person had no interest in the business. business at all, right? But she says now she will do business. Isn't that amazing? So in this way, you can use the Let's Meet 100 People project in the variety of ways to suit your environment. So you can do it outside, and you can do it at center. You can do it in your home, even though through the Zoom meeting as well, right? So no matter what you do or how you do it, it seems important that you do it right now. You do it right now. If you don't do anything because you are afraid of failing, nothing will happen to you. So if you learn something from today, please do it immediately and definitely do it, and do it until it's done. See you at the top. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sharon's Master Esther. So like she said, this is a challenge that's been going around globally. Go 100, meeting 100 people every day. So it's an action that we can take as a part of the challenge to go out, share the Atomy information to other people so that we can actively do the Atomy business instead of passively doing, hoping they come to us and hoping we gain consumers. Instead, we are looking for the people out there who are interested. Because obviously, all the 100 people we're meeting, we're not saying all of them are going to be our consumer. We're not saying all of them are going to be our business partner. We're just meeting 100 individuals for the potential that even one person will be a part of our group. So hopefully, this is a very good example of our Sharon's Master going into and going and doing the Go 100 challenge. So we have come to the end of our meeting. Thank you everyone for joining us today. It's very wonderful to see you all, and hopefully you'll continuously be a part of Atomy going after success. And so we're gonna go ahead and end our meeting with our company motto. And then of course, if you can stay a little bit after the motto to take a photo together, that'd be wonderful as well. All right. Let's go into it right away. Are you ready?
Yeah.
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 Go.
Yes.
Cherish the spirit.
Share
Share the spirit,
Faith to
Follow the
vision,
faith.
faith to the vision,
Humility.
follow the faith,
Aja,
serve in
aja.
humility.
Aja.
All right, thank you very much. And so let us take a photo all together. The goal is to create a heart any way you can. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Next week, Hawaii Top Center,
Yeah.
Diamond Master Hyung-soo Kim will give a speech. Please,
Okay.
join
Okay.
next week.
Next
Okay?
week. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.